From sand dollars to saving dollars, 5 reasons to talk to a lender before you start your Hawaii property search. Hey, what's happening? Aloha, it's Hal Wilkerson and Nathaniel Music, my good friend, my buddy, my team member. How you doing, Nathaniel?
Aloha, Hal. Doing well.
Good, man. It's awesome having you today, buddy. So I want to introduce you, man. It's our audience is used to seeing me. They've seen Amy, they've seen Christy, but they've yet to see you. And so I want to introduce you today. So I'm super stoked to have today joining us the one, the only Mr. Nathaniel Music.
Well, thanks for having me, Hal. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be a part of the team. I'm really excited about the future and what's coming up.
Absolutely, man. Well, welcome. And we are super stoked to have you. And what's really cool, Nate is, and I call you Nate. I mean, it's Nathaniel is your name, but I like to call you Nate. I always get that tongue tied for some reason. But it's awesome because you've been with us for barely 2 months already, I think.
I think it's been 2 months.
2 months, yeah. Okay. And you've already got your first deal under your belt, which is awesome. Yeah. So you're just working, cranking, and moving along, and it's amazing. I've been very, very impressed. A little bit of background for the group, for the viewers. So Nathaniel comes to us with a depth of experience. Nate started his professional life. I believe you started your professional life anyway. I know you spent 30 good long years as a fireman. Yep. And Nathaniel was a deputy fire chief in, I think, 2 municipalities. Is that right?
I was a deputy in Albuquerque, and then I also was. I worked at Torrance Fire in California.
Yes. Okay. So fire department in California and New Mexico. That's incredible. Yeah. I think you were telling me that you basically retired from New Mexico. And then just, you got bored, so you went back. Is that right?
I retired from New Mexico after 20 years.
Okay.
And then took a year off. And after a year, I realized that I missed the profession and got back into it. Went back, applied, got hired by Torrance, and did it for another 10 years, almost 10 years.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. And then you and your lovely wife moved, Cherish. You and your lovely wife, Cherish, moved out to the islands about a year ago now.
It's been about a year. Yeah, we visited the islands back in 2000.
Okay.
For a retreat, a trip, and fell in love. And ever since then, we've been planning. That was part of our plan, was to get to the islands,
to relocate, to move to paradise.
We visited continuously, sometimes up to 4 times a year. We'd come over here to visit. Yeah. My daughter was living here, so we had, reason to come, which was, and we would come and visit and explore.
And now, how you're here, you are full time. And not only have you moved here, but after retiring from a career twice, you started a second career, which I think is amazing.
Right. And I think it's it kind of parallels what I did before. Helping people achieve their goals is kind of the same as, being a firefighter was all about helping people and making their transition. At that time, it was emergencies, transitioning that emergency and trying to make them feel as comfortable as possible. And it's kind of the same thing here. We take people who are trying to find a house, and we're helping them, and we're helping them transition into that. So it's kind of the same, parallel ideas.
Yeah, in some ways, except you have a little bigger timeline in this situation than you do. The house is on fire. So the house may be on fire. Let's see here, physically, but you don't have that. You don't have that situation here. Sometimes the deals are on fire, but the actual houses are on fire. We don't sell houses that are burning.
Right. There's no life or death situations, but.
Yeah, exactly.
You can feel that way to the buyers. If
this is true, that's why I always like to say too. Whenever I used to be in the Navy, right? And I like to say to people, because it gets stressful, right? I mean, I don't even know. We've got like 5 deals in escrow right now, and it's like inevitably there's always some. In fact, I've got a fire burning, literally, figuratively, but I've got a fire burning. But at the end of the day, we're still nobody's shooting at me, right?
Right,
so
right.
we're there, or us, or the seller or the buyer. So,
Right.
it's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of
Right.
perspective. But
And
it is good. Yeah, go ahead.
you just have to remember that, it's to the buyer or the seller, that deal is their only deal.
This is true.
Really important to them. And we have that in perspective. And I try to keep that in perspective, that I want to make sure they understand that I'm as invested in this deal as they are, and that they understand that my job is to make it as smooth and seamless as possible. And hopefully they can get on the other side and be happy with the product.
And that is why you are a Hawaii property advisor, my friend. I love it. Well, very good. Well, Nate, it's awesome having you, buddy. I'm so glad that you're here. And today is going to be fun. We tried this yesterday. So if you watched us last week, we actually, I was there solo last week. I did the Hawaii Real Estate Roundup from our friends over at the Loan Depot studio. We did that yesterday. It was so great. We had the whole team. We had everything set up. And we recorded it, and we had to go on to another appointment after that. And then I went and reviewed the YouTube content, and it didn't have sound. So today, if you're watching us live, you can hear us. So the sound is working today. But next week we'll probably do one again with Amy, like we did yesterday. But that was a tragedy, but that's okay. We'll take lemons and turn them into lemonade.
Technology.
So, yes, I love technology, right? So good. Well, listen, today we are talking about, let me get this over here. We're talking about turning sand dollars into saving dollars. 5 reasons to talk to a lender before you start your Hawaii property search. And today's content is brought to you by buywaikiki.com, your single and only source needed to buy your short-term rental right here in the islands. If you've thought about buying an Airbnb, buying a VRBO, buying something that is a cash-producing, income-producing property while enjoying the beaches and the temperature and the sunsets and the Mai Tais of Hawaii, go over to buywaikiki.com, check out your very own short-term rental listings there. And it's great because that site gives you all the information you need about owning a short-term rental right here on Oahu, but it also gives you all of the specific buildings that have short-term rental available listings in them. So if there's a listing that's available at buywaikiki.com, you can rest assured that you can rent it on Airbnb or run it through a hotel or program or whatever. But anyway, that's there. And of course, also our friends over at Loan Depot, who are so gracious to provide us with a studio. Even though the mics didn't work yesterday, we still love them. We still love you, Loan Depot. But anyway, enough without sponsors. Let's talk about 5 reasons to talk to a lender before you start your property search. So first up, realistic understanding of your budget. So many times people come to Hawaii or they think, well, I can't afford a property in Hawaii, or they think they can buy a lot more than perhaps what they can. The great part about talking to a lender first before you start your property search is they're really going to help you get an idea of what you actually can afford. They're going to look at things like homeowners association dues, condo association dues, insurance, taxes, all that stuff. Of course, they're also going to look at your income, your debt to income ratio, your cash on hand, everything. And it's going to help you have a good understanding of your budget. And isn't that helpful, Nate? If you have a client, if you're shopping with a client, they really have a good understanding of what they're looking for. Isn't that helpful in your opinion?
It's extremely helpful. I think that that's really the first thing I really I tell my clients is let's talk to a lender, because they have a true understanding of what they can buy. And at that point, I can pull up properties that meet and match what they can buy and what they want. And that way they have, not only that, when they go look at the properties, they have a really good foothold on what they can get.
Yeah, like I like to say, it just gives them strength. They're operating from a place of strength at that point. You know what? This is not the right version. Oh, no.
Whoa.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's okay. Second thing it gives you right here, a pre-approval letter. Pre-approval letters are very important. For why? Why are pre-approvals letter important, Mr. Nate?
Well, I mean, when you're going to, especially when you find the house that you really want, you're going to want to put an offer in on that house. And 9 times out of 10, the selling agent is going to want a pre-approval letter. It just shows that you are serious. It shows that they have confidence in you buying that house, and it creates a good environment for the seller and the buyer to link up and to agree on that.
Exactly. No questions, right? It's just an easy thing. So it's a great aspect of it is that pre-approval letter. Third thing is interest rate insights. And of course, that's everybody's favorite topic today, interest rates, right? And we had a great conversation yesterday, didn't we? With Corey over at Loan Depot. And Corey was just he was spinning. We're gonna have to have him as a guest, I think, on here on one of our shows. But one of the things that I loved that Corey was kind of highlighting yesterday was that there's actually if you think about it, if you buy, let's say if you buy $1 million, like the average price point in Hawaii right now is 1.2 million, right? 1.2 to 1.3 depending, but that's right around the average price point. Okay, now let's just make it easy. Let's make the math easy. Let's say it's $1 million property. Okay. Now here's why interest rates, it's good to think about them, but they're not super critical when you think about what kind of equity gains that you're getting on properties here in the islands. So let's say it's $1 million property. Let's say at 6.5% interest rate right now, let's say it's going to be, somewhere depending on how much equity you're going to put into the deal. Let's say it's going to be at the old interest rate that everybody loved, which was like 2.5%. It would have been, your carrying costs, just principal and interest alone, would have been on $1 million, would have been around between $5,000 and $6,000. Okay. Well, now you're going up 400 basis points, basically 4%. You're actually going up to, your carrying costs have gone from that $5,000 to $6,000 to like $7,000 to $8,000 or so, right? Okay, so let's just say it's a $2,000 delta. So that $2,000 delta between carrying costs, if you multiply that times 12, that's $24,000, right? $24,000 per annum. So let's say the average over the last 3 years, and the last 3 years has been a little different, right? But what was the scenario we were talking about? Last 3 years has been like 12%, right? Has been the average the last 3 years. That's a little high, but that's what it's been. The inflation, is around 2.5% to 3% annually. Right now, we know we're pushing 4%. Although I did see in the news recently that they have come down a bit, which is good. But 3%. So let's just say because we're in Hawaii, there's always demand for Hawaii properties. Let's say it's 5%. So on that 5%, what is that? An annual equity growth on $1 million is what? What is that number at 5%?
You're looking around 50,000, I believe.
So 50K. So 50 grand. So 50 grand in equity growth a year. Okay. Now you are going to have a little bit more on your carrying costs from, by maybe $24,000 more a year in carrying costs, but you're getting capturing that 25 grand, 26 grand in equity growth on average. Okay. Every year. So you're still going to be growing equity. So even though the interest rates might be high and scary, you're still going to make you're more than likely you're going to make equity gains even with those higher interest rates. And that's why we always say you want to marry the property and date the rate, right? Because what you can do is after you've had 2 or 3 years and the interest rates are going to come down. Okay. Once they come back down, then you can just refinance and now you're going to be gaining at a much better rate. But that was, I thought, a pretty good insight into
it was. And I think that's you speaking and hearing you talk about all that really impresses the idea that our clients need to talk to a lender because they have even more insight. And they also have, people are talking about 7% interest rates. Well, there's other programs out there and there's buy downs and there's other issues or other things that they can talk to the clients about and give them a sense of where they need to be. Like, again, it gives them a more understanding of their buying power.
Exactly. And those rate buy downs are powerful. Those rate buy downs are really powerful. That's a whole nother subject that we can riff on later. But okay, let's go to our next one. So which actually that brings up a good point. A rate buy down is a perfect example of the tailored financing solutions. And here Tailored Financing Solutions is another great reason to talk to a lender before you have your before you start your property search. Okay. Because there's going to be obviously different things. Primary homes is going to be your investment properties. Is it going to be a government-backed VA, FHA, USDA? Is it going to be something like it's an investment that's a portfolio loan that's going to require a higher percentage point? There's all these different things that are available, and a lot of people don't realize them. First-time home buyer credits. Mm-hmm. There's, the rate buy downs. Today in this market, the average day on market is like over 20 days or plus at this point in Oahu, which is like, that's going up. And so sellers wanting to sell, you might have somebody that's got a property that's been in the market for 45 days. Okay. And they've got a fat chunk of equity. And they're like, you know what? This equity it came only because of the market conditions. So in a response to that market condition, what they can do is they can offer a seller credit, which is going to be another tailored financial solution, which they would be able to then do a rate buy down for the buyer. So again, just other ways and things to know before you start your property search. So yeah.
And I've spoken to many clients who don't understand they have more than one, thing that they can look at. They get caught up in maybe one thing, FHA or
they only think about USDA or
they don't think about the other options. And when you talk to a mortgage broker, it really gives you an idea of your options.
Totally,
I think that's important for people to see their options.
That is absolutely why it is, for sure. Well, that's good. So those are number 4 reasons. Let's go in number 5, my personal favorite. It will protect you from a tsunami of disappointment. And what do we mean when we say protecting? Well, I found this little quote, which I like, and I'm going to read it because it's a little bit of an eye chart. But speaking to a lender before you start house hunting in Hawaii can save you from the tsunami of disappointment. Imagine falling head over slippers in love with a beachfront property, envisioning sunset luau's and morning surf sessions, only to realize that it's way out of your price range. This heartbreak could be worse than a tourist discovering the hard way that aloha also means goodbye to that last piece of pork luau at the buffet. And I don't know why, that one just struck me. And of course, I do have our good friends over at ChatGPT to thank for that one.
But, true. It's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
Exactly. But speaking with a lender is going to help you prevent you from having that tsunami of disappointment or that, that potential disappointment. Right.
Right.
So,
yeah. When a buyer finds a property, they want to have the confidence to know that they can actually put a purchase contract in on that property and qualify for that property.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly why it's a good idea to do that. Well, absolutely. Let's go to the next segment. So that wraps up the 5 reasons. So that's our little piece of content here. I don't even know. Oh, we're 18 minutes in today. I love it. So let's head on over to our MLS today and let's take a look. What do you think? Should we take a look at the Hawaii Real Estate Roundup? Perfect. Yeah. All right, sweet. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I think what we're going to do, Nate, is we're going to go not just today, but we're going to go coming soon and active for the last week. So let's see here. Oh, it's not wanting to. Interesting. Okay, well, maybe we won't. Let's see here. Okay, well, let's take a look at what's new on the market today. So starting out the top of the list is going to be somebody over in Makiki Heights. This little charmer up in Makiki Heights, listed at $3,400,000. Top of the stack. Okay, brand new to the market today. Myron Kirui. Congratulations, Myron, over at Better Hawaii at Better Homes and Gardens. And look at this little guy. So Makiki is awesome. I love Makiki. And you're right, kind of up at the top of P.E. Koi. This is P.E. Koi down here, this road. I don't know if you can see that. Ala Moana is down at the end of it, and Makiki Heights is up at the top of it. And let's take a peek. There we go. Oh, look at that. Nice big pool. It's got a nice driveway, garage area, some Spanish tile. What is that? A solar powered mailbox? What's going on there? Can't tell, but it looks interesting, like a glass top on the mailbox or something like that. That pool deck needs a little work. Maybe a what do I call it? A wash or a coating or something like that. You can do something easy. Maybe some pressure washing or something like that. A little fireplace up there in the mountains.
Yeah.
It's got some of the original, look at that. They got the speakers up there in the ceiling. Look at those recessed speakers, baby. That reminds
lighting up there.
The recessed lighting.
Well, it's not recessed. It looks like the old.
Those are speakers actually.
Yeah, but if you look over the fireplace, see that?
those can lights. Yeah, the directional track lights. I call those track
lighting. There you go.
Yeah, track directional can lights. Yeah, they got that over there. But I just love I love the speakers, man. Those speakers are taking it back. I wonder if they used to pipe the old 8-track through this bad boy.
Right.
Like, yep. Yeah, the music's changed, but the views haven't, huh?
Oh, that views. You can't beat those views.
No, you cannot. Looks like they've got those shutters with some sliders on the windows there. Nice. Looks like the couch is maybe the same age as the house. This one's got a lot of potential. Definitely. I feel like they're maybe reaching on this one a little bit, but the lot and the pool and the house is definitely a pretty good spot. It does have the original appliances, looks like. Maybe it's got a newer fridge and does have a microwave. It's hard to tell always from the photos. That stove looks a little dated, but look at that clear, unobstructed view of Diamond Head. That's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Right there. Honolulu skyline down below. Very cool. Oh, it does have some recessed lighting up here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit there. Pool table. I bet
nice game room.
Yeah, I bet that comes with the house.
Yeah, look at that view.
Yeah. Oh, they got an aquarium over here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is like the dream house back in the day.
Right.
Nice vaulted ceilings. Looks like a little wet bar. Got the built-in intercom system there. There we go. All right. So this is top of the stack today. Definitely is want for rehab. So the right buyer, oh man, look at that.
Those views.
The right buyer is gonna pick this bad boy up, drop $300K on it, $400K on it, get it. You can just gut this thing. You may not need to go down to the studs, and you may not even need that much, but put in a new kitchen, a new pool deck, get rid of those speakers. I don't know. Maybe the speakers are still helpful. I'm not sure, but you can turn this thing into a nice, it does look like it needs some of those tiles are maybe needs a little work too there, but yeah, anyway, that's the top of the stack today. So that is the numero uno, highest priced property on Oahu today, $3.4 million. All right. Let's go to the next one. Where should we go? Should we stick at 1.195 for this 4.3, or should we go to the 740 in Miley on the west side? Although that one's actually coming soon, so they may not have pictures of it. What do you think? Well, they do. Let's check it out.
That one looks nice.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is actually not the middle of the stack. It's one below the middle of the stack because there's only – oh, no, you know what? I take that back. This is the exact median. This is the middle. Westlock Estates is for some reason because it doesn't have how many beds and baths in it, I was only seeing these 6. But anyway, so we've got this one in Miley and listed at $740,000, listed by Tina Marie Garcia with Team Epic Homes Hawaii. And not much of a write-up on this one. It is coming soon. It's not – oh, wait, no, is it coming soon? Yeah, it is coming soon. So it's not ready to market just yet, but they do have some photos up on it, which is nice. They've got some staging on it already. I don't think that's virtual staging. No, doesn't say virtual. They got a nice kitchen. Look at that. Very cool. Got the pot hanger up at the top. What do you think about those cabinets?
Yeah, I mean they look like nice cabinets.
Yeah,
dark.
Mm-hmm. Little glass action right here, so you can see in that one corner one there.
Yeah, I like the appliances are nice.
Yep.
They put in some nice appliances. Yeah.
Some good stainless steel action.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice kitchen.
Yeah.
Good flooring.
Yeah, they've done some nice upgrades on this.
You know what I love to do? Let's do this, Nate. Let's go look at some past listing photos on this baby. What do you say?
See what it used to look like before.
See what it looked like before. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that one's okay. So they've got one of the rooms that's got carpet in it. It's got a nice view of looks like Makaha Valley from up there. Okay, there's the back.
Mm-hmm. Needs a little landscaping.
Yeah, it needs a little work in the back. Got a nice plumeria tree, maybe a mango tree over there.
Yeah, but look at that view off the back. Did you see that?
Right. Yeah, you got some nice little fire pit.
Oh yeah.
Front's got some grass. So is this? So it's a connect. It's a single. It's a attached single family. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so that grass is virtual. Do you see that?
Oh yeah. That's why it's coming soon. They haven't finished it. They're still working on it. Yeah. Okay. So they're working on the listing still in coming soon status. But anyway, so it's right there. Here's the pillbox. The Miley pillbox is up here. Mm-hmm. This is Sea Country area back over here. Good old Miley. That's a DDG over there, I think. Yeah, man. Well, let's look at let's just go back to the history and see so they did list it. Interesting. So this one was listed in June for a month, and they started it at 740. They marched their way down to 720, and then they canceled it. Huh. Okay. And interesting. So they changed realtors. Oops. Mm. So they went from Soldier to Soldier, good old Celeste, over to Tina Marie. They went over to EXP, which is our brokerage. Woot, woot. So interesting. Okay. Let's see. Different. Yeah, they didn't stage it. See, that staging makes such a huge difference, doesn't it?
It gives people a concept of what's possible.
Exactly. Even if it's virtual staging.
Just
gotta stage. That looks like the before the owner moved out kind of thing. Yeah. But I wanted to see like even older. So this one was from 21. Interesting. This thing's turned over quite a bit. Now this was from 21. Well, I guess this was actually the last time it went in 5 days, which is interesting. Look at that view.
That backyard's definitely.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's all it takes is all it takes is some water, some landscaping, right?
It's a little TLC.
Yeah. But they still had. Oh, it's a gas stove. I didn't notice that before.
Oh, yeah. The same.
Yep. Okay, so they
different flooring. Did you notice it's a
definitely. Yeah, that's the sort of a wood laminate wood color, not the gray charcoal kind of thing. Yeah, I always love watching the transformation of properties. Okay, let's take it back to 8 years ago. Well, 10 years from now, but 8 years before it changed back then. Back then, just to give our watchers an idea, back then it was very normal to see like 47 days, 59 days, 67 days on market. It's amazing to me how people's mindsets have changed around days on market. You know what I mean?
Right. It's all relative, right? I mean, I remember my parents bought their first house. I think they paid, they were in the double digits, their interest rate, it was 10 or 13%.
Right.
So it's all relative to them. 7% would be a
still a deal. A deal. Totally. This is interesting. I love doing the transformation. It's kind of fun to see how and then also, again, I mean, we stage all of our properties. Anytime you're listing with us, it's going to be staged. It's going to be clean. It's going to be marketed with postcards. It's going to be marketing with social media marketing, digital marketing. We're going to feature it on our Hawaii Real Estate Roundup. Sometimes, I mean, it's all, we've got all the goods, right? And it's all about marketing, especially in this environment when you're selling. Actually, we should do that. I should go through our listings. I think I will do that, actually. Go through our listings. Although we only have one that's not in escrow at the moment, but it'd be fun to just review all of ours that we're working on right now. 149,000 was the sale in 2000, back in 2000. Interesting. So this one's been interesting over the years, but anyway, we're kind of meandering, definitely getting off the beaten path on this one. Let's go back over here. Okay. So in the bottom of the stack for what's actually available. Oh, and this one actually just came on. So somebody just hit send on that one. There's another one at 810 that just popped in.
It popped up.
So, yeah. Okay. But the bottom of the stack is going to be, that one is the bottom of the stack. The one we were just looking at is the bottom of the stack. So, yeah. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to pick this one in Westlock. You know what? Let's go to Hawkale. I'm liking Hawkale these days, man. I'm digging on Hawkale. So let's head over here. Let's take a look at this one. So 1.195 listed, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and listed by David Kuchik of Hawaii Military Realty. Congratulations, David, on your listing. First open house this weekend. Resort living in Hawkale, 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. Beautifully maintained, pride of ownership, main floor bedroom and full bath. Newer carpeting upstairs, bamboo flooring living area. Refrigerator purchased in 2021. Updated bathroom finishes. Save on energy costs with 25 owned photovoltaic solar panels with solar water heater. Everything you need. Covered lanai, nicely landscaped yard. Farmers market, water activities, the lineup surf park or Waikai. That's one of the reasons why I'm loving Hawkale is they're finally getting some development down there. You know what? I'm going to pull it up on the map real quick while I'm talking about it, just so you can kind of see this little area. So it's right over here. This is where the lineup and this all area has been built out. Have you been out here to this thing yet, Nate?
I haven't seen it. No.
You know what? We should do a team lunch over there, man. We should go. The group of us should go eat over there. Maybe like a little Pauhana happy hour or something like that. Yeah. So they've got this. It's amazing, dude. They've got this the synthetic wave pool right here. They've got a restaurant. They've got a couple of takeaway eateries. They got some bars kind of scenario up here. You can sit here and watch the sunset, and you can sit there and watch the surfers. I mean, I'm not doing it justice at all. Right. But this whole area is just they're working on it. It's finally being developed, which is great. And then of course you've got the Hawkale golf course, which is always a good time too. Private country club, but it's a great. You can actually play it with an invitation. But you actually, if you buy one of these, you can also become a member as well. So anyway, but that's where this one is. But just to give everybody a sense where Ewa Beach is, you're in the southwest portion of Oahu. It's the price per square foot's a lot lower. You get a lot more house for less money. And it's still, you've got this whole area that's developing right here. You've got the mall, Kamakana Ali'i Mall, which is right here, which is amazing. I'm really bullish on it. And a lot of people have, given Eva Beach, not the best look because for a variety of reasons over the years, but I'm liking it more and more as she's kind of like a fine wine. She's getting better with time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, all right. Well, enough about that. Let's take a look at the house here. So there she is, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, upstairs lanai, beautifully maintained.
Mm-hmm.
Nice touch on the paint. Sitting room or formal dining.
I always like the two-tone molding. It looks nice.
Oh yeah, with the white crown molding.
Yeah.
And the baseboards. Yeah, that's nice. I agree. It's such a nice place. It's such an easy touch to do, especially like with these softer, like off color, like this one is like a light gray. Sometimes you see one of our, almond milk is always a good one too, like that sort of like light yellowish color. Kind of goes with everything. Look at these jalousie. Oh no, I thought those were new jalousies. Those are not.
No, sorry. I think that's the siding on the house.
Yeah. Stainless steel, nice big island. There's your guest bedroom on the main floor. Full guest bathroom on the main floor. Nice laundry. Second floor's got 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and an extra bonus area like a loft. A lot of these floor plans over here do that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, nice.
A little
office
area there. Yep. Excuse me. Could be also a game area for the kids, or they want to put their TV on the wall and put a futon over here, and place for the kids to go to kind of be out of the way and play their online games or whatever. Okay. Your primary garden tub and a shower. Got a walk-in shower there. It's interesting that they don't have glass. I would have expected that they would add glass in a house like this. But it's all right.
It's an easy addition.
True. Got the separate detached garage and a parking pad. Look at there. So you can put your golf cart over there, or you can put another car.
Yeah.
Put a hammock and an umbrella. All kinds of good stuff.
Photovoltaic.
Yep. Owned PV.
Nice.
Good. And there you can see how close you are to the golf course and then the beach right there in the distance. And there's actually the golf club right there, or the country club right there.
Nice.
Neighborhood pool. And there it is. That's the one we were talking about. The lineup with the.
I've seen articles about it and read about it.
It's really incredible, man. I tell you, we've gone out there and eaten. So this actually is the restaurant right here. It's called the Kitchen Door. That's the name of the restaurant, and it's really cool because it's almost like a walk-up bar right here. So you kind of park over here, and then you can. I mean, it's literally like they've got an inside and outside bar, so you can actually just saddle up to the bar right there. If your kid is going to go over here and surf or whatever, and you want to just come over and hang out, they got flat screen TVs. You can watch the game. It's just typical kind of like a resort outdoor kind of a scenario. Or you can go around the left, and that's where they've got the hostess, and then they'll seat you. And then on the front side of that, they have a nice open lanai. It's a covered lanai with nice, comfortable seating, and you can just it's a very I forget the story on the chef, but the chef is a well done. It's well done. It's got a good kitchen.
Nice.
And they've got some good, we've eaten there at least once, maybe twice now, and had great meals each time. So, and then of course, this is the lineup. What's cool about this little thing right here? See this little on the surf? See this wall right here?
Mm-hmm.
They can actually remove that, and it's one big 100-foot long, 100-foot wide wave.
Wow.
Which is incredible. But yeah. And there you go. Okay, so here's the front side of the park. You can also paddle out here to these little gazebos, these floating gazebos here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And they actually have a doggy beach over here too, where they have doggy hours. So you can take your dog and just let your dog cruise in the beach in the water for a little bit too. So nice little neighborhood there. But
yeah.
Lots
to do.
Lots and lots to do. So speaking of lots to do, you and I have got lots to do, don't we, sir?
Yeah.
Well, Nate, man, I appreciate you coming on today. It's awesome having you as a first-time guest on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I look forward to future ones. And brother, have a great day up there on the North Shore. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And to our audience, God bless. Aloha. Thank you always for tuning in. Don't forget, check us out, hpahomes.com. Down below, you can see thousands. I think we've got over 5,000 homes that you can actually view on throughout the Hawaiian Islands. You can see all the properties that we've been looking at, but hpahomes.com. And if you've liked this video, please drop us a like. We'd even better if you'll give us a subscription and stay in touch with us. But thank you. Take care. God bless. Aloha. Nate, see you next time, buddy.